There it is.
Listen,
picture there.
Yeah, 2 million views on TikTok, something like that. It's impressive stuff.
That's what you're watching in your free time, Clint?
Yes, it might be. It might be.
Okay.
I'm watching
It's Brooke's TikTok. You know, she's very creative.
This is a Search and Destroy, Call of Duty Classic here on Farm 18.
This looks cool.
This is one of the maps that we saw in an Intel drop not too long ago. Ooh, let's go. This is simply spectating Ash Sanders.
Yeah, hipfire.
And you know, of course, we're talking about like 3-lane maps. This is one of those maps that felt like a very good hybrid 3-lane map that does really, really well when it comes to a game with like their Search and Destroy. Like you have your traditional outer lanes, and they have their hidden corners, and they have their ways, and then that middle is just pure chaos. It's kind of like a little bit of like it reminds me of like a paintball range with all the walls and the corners that there are. So this is probably one of my favorite maps that we are playing right now in the beta testing. And as you can see, everybody is having so much fun on it. I mean, 4 and 5, everybody's doing pretty okay. It's a close game.
Yeah.
Aiden has 14 kills. I just saw the kill board. He's on the other team.
Mason just realized he's on the stream though. He's ready to get nasty. He's going in.
Oh, he's fully loaded. Look at the bottom. He's got all his perks.
He is perked up, quite literally.
Come on, Mason. Show me something special.
He is flying.
Oh, wow. That's what we're talking about.
Oh, no!
That's the Fennec. I was loving that one yesterday.
Oh!
That thing turns.
That's an OG weapon.
That turns people into super close
God.
range, but Hornyhoff just gave him the business.
Smoked him.
Nice try, Mason. We still love you.
Huracan OP. Is that what you said? Huracan?
It's such a different look. Like when we're spectating these players and they're having gunfights and stuff, like the way the player animations are, the sound effects, like the game has just been. Like it's everything we liked about MW19, all the stuff that was already there existing, and they've just been. I mean, it's Salt Bay right on top, just hammering away, sweet seasoning top to bottom.
Well,
and it was a close game, and now it's done.
He looked very sneaky, and then he was just evaporated.
I gotta say, the bunny hop is back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
Man, the bunny hop is clean. We know Sam Little Octane. Gotta give him a shout out. He's gonna be bunny hopping all day.
Baby.
We got Myth on the screen here. What's he using? M4, I think.
Again, looking at these weapons, you know it's an M4, but the configuration he has.
I was using the bigger sight, the double. I forget the name of it. But I like the extra zoom.
And of course, kill streaks. Cruise missile back. A lot of fan favorites, Clint. I mean, everything you would expect from a Modern Warfare game is there.
We get to see one. That'll connect. Myth able to hit it. He's vibing right now. But it's crazy. Like, yeah, bottom right, you were kind of mentioning, like, how different the guns will look. The same type of gun is based on the attachments that it has. It's wild.
There's also in-game settings where you can make your gun a little more narrow, a bit wider, further away. I mean, there's options, you know, just create that sort of visual. Look, you want the game to be as appealing as possible for you. Maybe you don't want the gun to be so big to obscure the view. Maybe you're one of those players.
Settings personally. Like,
so there is
to tweak it how I want, right?
There's a lot of settings in this game.
I'm gonna get lost in that for the entire first day, probably.
Once campaign hits, I'll spend about 3.5 hours messing with settings and then getting that first mission.
When I see Courage on a 5 streak, that pop up at the top of the screen. It might have. Courage might be popping off. Oh, well, he just died though, so take it back.
Ooh.
Come on, Swag.
Swag style.
Hit it.
Swag.
Yeah, this sub looks like it's dominant.
Also, all the sounds and everything when you level up guns.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is there. I mean, it's
I wish everyone could experience just this environment, though. Like, as much as we're enjoying the gameplay and stuff, how cool it's been. Because, like, a lot of these content creators, like, they're friends or they're familiar with each other. They play games online. But, like, it's not often you get them all in one place like this. It has just been a vibe. Seeing everybody going up, some meeting for the first time. Like, I know Iceman and Isaac, we've interacted so many times on social. I've never met him in person. Dude, we hugged for a solid 30 seconds. It was beautiful.
And it just shows like how hyped people get for Call of Duty. I'm telling you, I was like, I can't believe I still get this amped for Call of Duty after over 10 years.
I don't think many things like bring everybody together like this. It is it's special.
The beta starts tomorrow, in case you've been living under a rock. Or if you've just joined the stream.
One of the two.
One of the two. There's no in between. User interface has been completely changed as well. Dead Silence available on that lower right-hand side. There's a lot more sort of clean changes. Of course, the menu system, which you might not have seen here on the main COD Next stream, but individual streamers seeing them going through weapon loadout, seeing the operators there. So many cool changes. A lot more of a streamlined experience. It's sexy. That's not a lot of ways to describe it.
I love that, especially like when you click start, you go and you look at your loadout, you switch weapons. It looks good. You can see everything. It's just right in front of your face. You know exactly what's there, digestible, and that's what you need. It's such a fast-paced game like Call of Duty. It's digestible.
I also quite enjoy that like it doesn't obscure too much of the in-game screen. So if I'm hitting pause, I'm checking stuff out, I still have some kind of like situational awareness when I'm in game.
And I will say in terms of balance of like ARs and SMGs, of course, this is all of our first peeks into it, but they've looked pretty balanced so far. Like the SMGs have been absolutely disgusting up close, whether the AR gets first shot or not. Now, long range, the SMGs haven't been ripping as well. The recoil gets insane at that sort of range. So I feel like it looks like the gun balance as well, regardless of your attachments and what configuration you end up coming with, is fairly much there.
I love that because, I mean, it just feels like sometimes it turns into this one gun that can do everything.
Yeah.
Right? And I think everyone appreciates a little bit of variety. Like,
Well,
an AR
that's
feels like
quite
an AR,
literally
some
what
feels
this
like a
game
shot.
is, because you can change your gun up to whatever you want, right? So
Well, in a way, yeah, but like I think to Ali's point, like there seems to be a little more separation between your
Yeah,
SMGs
like I
and
haven't
your ARs.
seen the do-it-all gun just yet.
Yeah,
No, I mean, we saw Aiden